Okay, so I'm doing loads of stuff, right? So this phoenix, right? This is what I have to tell you. This phoenix, right, is every single one of yous right now, right? Even even the ones that don't believe, right? Don't believe in anything what you believe in, right? It's happening to them too, right? I've told you about all these energies ramping up, all one on top of each other. So this this energy, right? It's like you're rising up from the ashes. Everybody's rising up from the ashes, right? And it's and they're telling me to tell you to keep the momentum going. That's why I'm still on this, you know, this with other people thing, your vibrations, because you have to keep it going like the war horse, right? It's like the war horses, they were trained to run into battle, and this is what it feels um like with all these things that are coming up now, you know what I mean, that are coming up to the fore that you're having to deal with, right? This this is the root chakra, right? And it's your kundalini, and it can rise up, right? It can rise up for many reasons, right? But it's called that because it's the root of all things. See, and this is what happens when you unblock this, right? Um, when all these things that are coming up for you to take a look at, the tail end stuff, right? Well, um, with a lot of yours, it's even happening to the people who don't know it's happening to them. They just feel something strange, and I'll get to that in a minute, right? Um, what it does once you unblock it, right? You feel more grounded and secure in all kinds of ways, because it's like the kundalini, like I said, it's passion, and what it does, that's the toxin release center, right? So that releases all these different toxins that you try to kundalini up, right? It's you get that, you get it all fired up, yeah. And you can use it for doing anything. You can put this fire to anything, right? Because what it does, this root chakra, right, this passion that you feel, it sets off all the other chakras, right? And it's that kind of whoosh of fiery energy that you feel, right? That you can move right up your body and blast out your head and your mouth, and it's passion, right? And if you get it going, you can learn to hold it a bit, to simmer it, and now and again stoke it up, or you can let it explode. You can do what you like with it once you get to notice how it fills your body. And I had to tell you about that feeling when it whooshes up, because a Fitbit advert, I think it is, it keeps shouting at me all the time. Listen to your body, feel your power. It's like it's shouting it at me. So, and that's what the mean. That is your power. You are standing in your power when you can feel it like that. Now, the good bit, right? These things surfacing now in everyone, and it's happening, you know, to everyone. This phoenix is you. This phoenix, right? It talks of, it burns all the past things away. Do you know what I mean? So you can feel free from them, and there's no way there's no way we can like run from these things, you know what I mean? It's to open your heart, which is what I've been speaking about. And so even what what's going to happen, right? Even the people who are against everything that that you that you believe or say, right? People, this is what you're going to witness, right? People who you consider close to you. Do you know what I mean? These are the ones who will say, or or not, but they will know it, that you were right. Remember my post on you were right all along, right? These are the people that are going to say it. Now then, that for people that you now notice the gap, and they're not, and you know that they not notice it now, these closer people, maybe a partner, right? You will, or you will notice the change in them, right? Because what happens is they stop biting your head off, right? Um, when you say stuff like the upstairs there's the songs playing, please release me, let me go, and I've come down here and you're watching Escape from Alcatraz. You're watching Escape from Alcatraz. So what do you think that means then? And what happens is, instead of biting your head off and saying F off with your voodoo bullshit, right, they just smirk and shake their head and say something like, if I'm cooking the dinner, you can hoover up, right? So this is the things that this kind of stuff that you'll notice. Now then, hoovering up is a small price to pay, right? When I'll do that when I'm totally getting away with things like, but when I'm saying stuff like, well, today's energy, after this hoovering, I'm not doing nothing else because I'm busy. This energy today is about keeping the momentum going, right? And I'm a war horse, right? I have to tell everyone about this phoenix, how every single person is rising from the ashes, because that's what's happening. Because every cycle that you rise up in, right, it's like a rebirth. It regenerates you, because this fire is a cleansing and healing fire. These things that you are dealing with, this is what is happening. It's burning them all away and you're rising, right? And it's happening to you. and then and they don't say a word. So this is how it goes. You are going to witness this. You will notice these changes, in them, the quieter. And what's happening is they're accepting the change. They're accepting the change in you, right? And making them think. And it's just the same as how you've accepted, or you will accept, the fact that you can't change anyone, yeah? But yourself. That's the only thing you can do. Now, what's interesting to me is this card speaks of immortality, right? So, if every time that we rise, right, that we go through these cycles and we generate, right, and we heal ourselves every time, and we keep on rising, which is what the ascension is about. It's about uplifting our spirits, right? That means if we kept going that we could become immortal. This is really interesting to me. I'm going to have a word with God, because I keep hearing and seeing things about immortality, right? And can you imagine that? I try to imagine it sometimes, and I can see a little bit, right? It's so massively shocking. But when I try to imagine it, right, among other things, I always get flashes of like gigantic libraries. That's what I get. I'm not going to be a librarian, am I? I'm still learning a spell.